Hello guys, I'm going to give you a short tutorial on how to solder. What you will need for this activity would be a soldering iron, of course. You need some solder right here. You need some wire. You need a switch of some sort. Wire strippers would be nice because it's just much easier to get the wire off with the wire strippers than anything else. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you how to do it, solder a wire onto a switch. I just already stripped this wire and placed it on the switch, wrapped it around it. If you see this here, this is for a phone, and it's kind of hard to see because of the quality of the video, but components on this circuit board are soldered on, and just like a lot of other electronics, like your computer, like it's right in front of me, have components that are soldered on there. And soldering is a big part of electronics in general, so it's very important to know how to solder. So I'm just going to teach you a little basic soldering, nothing crazy, no circuit boards. We don't want to ruin a circuit board, but if you have your own, then you can try this at home or something like that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what to do. Okay? So first, what you want to do is you want to take your piece of wire. You want to strip it. With the wire strippers, it's really easy, and you should be wearing your safety glasses. I don't hope I mentioned that. I don't think I did, but you need to be wearing your safety glasses right now in case a piece of wire comes off or something like that. So what you do is you stick your wire in there, you clamp it down, and you pull it. And now you should have a piece of wire kind of like that. Okay. What I like to do is I like to twist it, because they're all just kind of loose wires here. I'm going to put it through here, wrap it, and I'm going to twist it. So I have it twisted around there like that. Okay. So far we've stripped the wire. And then we've tied or got the copper wires to be tightened, and so they're not just all over the place. And then I now wrap them around the plugs for this switch here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to solder, and I'm going to have it facing up like this so you guys can kind of see it better. Let's see if I can do this with the angle that I'm at. So what you want to do is you take your soldering iron, and you can see that it has a tip on it. And my soldering iron has been kind of used, and that's something you want to kind of watch out for, because if your soldering iron tip isn't clean, then it could very well affect your solder. So, and how it melts the solder and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to barely bring it towards the tip, and then I'm going to just touch it lightly on there. I'm kind of shaking right now. And see the cleanliness of my, oh, there it goes. The cleanliness of my, you can see that I'm starting to bead. You can see I have a bead right there on top of it. I made a bead there. Sometimes you start your solder up there a little bit to get it hot and to let it melt, and then you bring it towards the tip. And you continue doing that until it gets hot enough to attach. It's hard to do. it takes a lot of skill, and like you even can see me, I'm kind of struggling with it right now. I'm by no means a masterful solderer, but I have sort of something going on here. If you can see that, yeah, there's a better view. I got kind of a bad bead on there, but I think it should hold pretty well. Let's move on to the next one. And so you can see it again. I'm going to try to hit it right at the spot where it twisted around, so I can get it to where it's all connected together. So I'm starting the solder actually up near the top of the... There, that was a nice one. But then I touched it. Let's get some more solder. I just pulled it out of the container that it's held in. So I touch it near the top, and I go down. I don't know if you can see that. I touch it near the top of the tip. Let's move it over here, sorry. Near the top, and I bring it down. So I have kind of something going on here. Let's see if you can see that good. But yeah, I have something going on there. Let's see how it holds up. And I may just have it pop right off, but I don't know. This is just a tutorial, so you can understand how soldering works and stuff like that. So I'm pulling on it a little bit, and it's actually holding up not too bad. It doesn't look pretty by all means, and this one isn't really holding up at all. So that's what soldering is. It's just basically metal that can be heated very easily by, well, pretty high heat still, but metal that basically is heated onto it. So things like this capacitor on here, right here, there's beads on there. So what you do is you stick it through those holes. You stick the wire through the holes, and then it would come out the back side before this stuff would be placed on it. And what you would do is, after you place the bead on either this side or the opposite side, then you trim it off the back side with your wire cutters. Because scissors are just a little bit too bulky, and they're not right for the job. But so soldering is just a technique that you need to hone in on. If you want to be in electronics and stuff like that, I would go get yourself a soldering iron, and I would also get yourself some solder, definitely a multimeter, some wire cutters, and I would invest in stuff like that, because electronics is just all about soldering. So I hope this video helped you, and I hope that you know a little bit more about soldering, at least how it works. You may not know how to give the best bead of solder, but at least you know kind of what goes on and how it works. So thank you for watching, and hopefully this helps you guys, and good luck soldering.